counting.
Device placed.
Hey all, I'm Joby,
I'm Raven.
and this is Response.
We asked you guys on Twitter, which Rainbow Six operator do you struggle with the most?
Yeah, this is a good question. Not Foxo said, I would say Vigil. I know that he's used in pro-ranked matches a lot, but I find it very difficult to use his ability efficiently, and Vigil gives so many people so many issues because it relies so heavily on effective communication. He needs to be able to sneak past cameras, he needs that stealth option.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
The way Vigil works really effectively is when you activate his gadget, you get the static around the edges. It's like the notification for the attackers that he's there. You can use that as bait. You don't have to be the one actually getting the frags yourself.
Swapping!
If you play off somebody else, you can really effectively dismantle that roam clear.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Nacho Geddon said Ying because I keep blinding my teammates accidentally.
She's like a fuse that won't get you kicked.
Well, maybe. You might get vote kicked, right, if you keep flashing your teammates. We should probably ask Nacho Geddon if he's been kicked a lot from matches.
It comes back down to communication. The knowledge that your teammate is about to throw 70 flashes inside of a room all at once can be useful, but if you're not calling it out, then they're gonna wind up blind.
The way you use her candelas has changed. You now have to cook it for the full 3 seconds to make it instant explode. Otherwise, it will roll first, and then it will start going off. The other cool thing about that is you can pair that with a breach charge. So you can do a Ying hot breach, place the breach charge first, place the candela, and then you swing in as it's flashing. That's actually really effective, is it actually masks the sound of the breach charge. So maybe they don't even realize you're coming. Catch them off guard, get a couple of picks. Yeah, just get good.
Next up, we asked you all, if you had the chance to sit down with a Rainbow Six pro, what would you want to learn from them? R6 Jeshi said how to stay calm and focused. And this is absolutely one of those things that you would definitely want to ask pro players because they would have so much information.
There's a lot of techniques that pro teams would use. Trying to have a set routine is a really important one. Warming up for 30 minutes before you play, whether that's using training grounds or whether that's in your gaming room doing some jumping jacks, it creates that consistency. So it means your mindset is stabilized. It can apply to anybody.
Gloat Oog says, performing in front of a crowd in their comfort zones on how much impact crowd noise has on the in-game focus. That is a huge question.
One thing maybe some people won't understand when they watch those LAN tournaments is the actual big headset they have over their ears is playing pure white noise so that you don't hear the crowd and you have game audio coming in through in-ears.
You can feel the vibrations in the floor.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but also intimidating.
So next up, we asked you guys, which Rainbow Six map do you struggle the most with?
Here's a good one. G2 Kana Raketti said, none because I'm a god walking on Earth, which is a pretty interesting answer. They got 7-0 on Clubhouse at the Invitational and then they auto-banned it every single game after that.
I just want to be clear, Joe, are you calling out Kanta Raketti from G2 right now?
I would never, try to take him on, but Clubhouse is his weakness. Shibs says Chalet, Chalet, and Chalet because it's the worst map. What do you think of Chalet?
The way all the new operators have been introduced and their utility and what they bring makes it much harder to deal with now. I think people really tunnel vision on is on the bottom floor attack.
You found a bomb.
They still just try and open that snowmobile wall.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of all they do. What you need to do is open that up, bail out of there, start attacking wine cellar. Maybe one person can stay there, cut that rotate. It's not too bad to attack if you do spread out, and there's a good drone spot you can get actually in the top of the great room or lobby. You can see the 3 main rotates from there. I have a good tip though.
Yep.
If you hit your headshots, you'll win.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've probably been doing that wrong the whole time.
I haven't been paying attention to headshots. I didn't realize how important they were.
There we go. Yeah. I mean, what's your biggest weakness?
Getting shot. Oh my.
We asked you guys, what is your biggest weakness in Rainbow Six?
The older you get, the harder it is to hold those tight angles where you need really short reaction times. So I hold a wider angle and I get blacked.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
You have to really be careful about the way you hold an angle. It's really good to try and narrow it in, to try and get very small pixels in between those door frames and the windows.
Diffuser is active, protected at all costs. 4 last operator standing.
But even playing soft angles is something that you could use. So that's playing more of a sound cue and staying safe behind cover. And then when you hear that sound, you can actually peek out, and then you've got a much bigger advantage actually in that gunfight. At Zaphiel, he said clutching, unless it's a 1v1, he panics and he's the last alive.
And that's so many players. That's professional athletes at every level. What a lot of pro teams do is that they refocus not round by round, but second by second. It allows them to just frame it as any other second in the game. And they manage to overcome and win.
I overanalyze every situation, and I feel like I want to be constantly making the best decision possible, and that might delay some time.
I'm gonna try start and push, hang on.
Even then, when I make a decision and it's wrong, sometimes I beat myself up about that.
He's got shot from behind. We got flanked, guys. Watch yellow stairs.
Sometimes inconsistency could be good. Like if you're consistently bad, like you are, it might be helpful to just shake things up a bit, get the blood pumping and do something different other than dying first every round.
Bit of adrenaline never hurt. Yeah. Bit of Red Bull gives the energy.
We asked you all on Twitter, how do you communicate with your team?
I couldn't imagine using anything but Discord, to be honest. In-game, you can use pings really effectively.
You can tell your teammates a lot more without having to, vocalize and talk in in-game chat.
Friendlies victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
I know that you used to coach, right? Is that something you guys worked on a lot when you were coaching?
You actually do call-out strategy sessions where you run through the map together and you go through every room, and it's not just labeling what a room's called, it's labeling specific things.
I hear a little bit of movement, top garage. Just gonna check it. Yeah, they're in party and games room.
I remember a really famous call-out that Fnatic used on Old Oregon. In the classroom section, there was a poster that had a gorilla on it, and they called that Harambe. That was their call-out. So that's definitely something that the casual community is missing out on, is that detail in call-outs. Team Vitality said Skype, and then they've got a gift that says Boomer Alert.
It mutes the game while you're playing. It is not great for in-game voice chat.
Would you be surprised if I said I was a boomer? Because I've been called a boomer before.